It's almost Black Friday, and the eShop is getting way in on the action. It's kind of surprising, but Nintendo has put together a pretty awesome slate of deals for this coming weekend. In fact, it's available right now, and as you see on your screen, will be available until next week, 11/28 at 8:59 a.m. Pacific time, so just before noon Eastern, next Wednesday. It has 47 games in this sale, and some of them are actually really good deals. I figured Nintendo would do something on the Black Friday side of things for the eShop, but I thought it might be a discount here, a discount there, maybe even one game that they really wanted to bring to your attention, or a few lower profile indies, but they've got some legitimately good stuff. So we're going to go through and see what they have on offering and see what we should pay attention to. First off, you've got FIFA right here from $60 to $35.99. Now, you'll notice that a lot of these deals are beaten by in-store advertisements. There are two pieces to that puzzle. One, you get the game physically or digitally. That's personal preference. Two, you can avoid the store rush if you go to eShop. So purchasing on eShop for a little bit of a premium may be in your favor if you don't want to deal with going to Best Buy, going to Walmart, going to a physical brick and mortar store on the busiest shopping day of the year. But the caveat there is if Amazon matches most of these deals, then you don't have to leave your home at all and can order a physical version. So let's go through. Some of these I'm not going to directly compare because Starlink, of course, $60 here. It's the deluxe edition, but you can get the starter pack for $35. Some don't make a whole lot of sense, but some are actually pretty darn good. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is only $2 more than in-store, and getting that digitally would be a lot of fun. You got NBA 2K19, again with a little bit of a premium. $30, though, still a great price. Skyrim at $30, also a really good deal. Dragon Ball FighterZ, you may bite because it's $20, but it's a lot cheaper in store, so save that for in stores. I'm not going to focus on the 3DS deals, although if you are a big handheld player, you might find something pretty cool there. We've reached my favorite deal, possibly of the entire pack, and that is Snipper Clips Cut It Out Together right here for $9.99. That's a 50% discount, and it's a phenomenal game that you'll actually get a lot of use out during the holidays. It is co-op, of course, and it's a ton of fun to mess around with, even for non-gamers. Getting in and trying to cut and create these shapes, it's a blast. You can sabotage, there can be battles, there can be cooperation. It's a super good time. We've got Shovel Knight and Dead Cells grabbing some $5 discounts. Gabe would be very excited for me to point out that South Park The Stick of Truth is $14.99. Now, in stores, they have Fractured But Whole for only $17.99, and that may be something that you'd rather pick up as it's the sequel and you get it physical, but just note it is on sale here, and it's a pretty meaty RPG for $15. Undertale for $12.74, an awkward price, but it does save you a few bucks. The physical version is going to be on sale in stores, but being physical, it is much more expensive. Celeste is $4 off, and that's not a huge savings, but if you've been waiting on this one, it's a great time to get in. Celeste is one of my top 5 games on Nintendo Switch. It's my favorite eShop-only title. It is an incredible and difficult platforming adventure that has really good story elements and a lot of heart, something you don't see too often from 2D side-scrolling platform difficulty fests, but this one packs in just a lot of extras that make you feel so much more connected to the characters and the experience. It's a must-play, and $15.99 is a pretty sweet price. Let's continue along. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, a decent savings there, but it will be cheaper in stores. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle Gold Edition. Now, it's $31.99 here. You will be able to get the base game for $19.99 in stores. $12 for the DLC, though, adding that Donkey Kong pack. Pretty darn sweet. You may want to veer in this direction, have everything digitally. It's always on your Switch. You're good to go. And $12 gets you the DLC, which is a very beefy campaign edition. And the game is great. We have sung its praises since its launch. It's our favorite deal of Black Friday at $19.99. This being the Gold Edition with all the DLC, $31.99 feels like a super sweet spot. Sonic Mania over there on the right-hand side sees a $5 discount if you've waited on that. LA Noire, it's $10 in stores at GameStop, so definitely use that in-store price instead of the $24.99 here on eShop. We've got Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus for $30. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, given that Wolfenstein 2 on other platforms is even cheaper, but it's a phenomenal version and a phenomenal port on Switch. And if you're excited to see what Doom Eternal is like on Switch, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus may give you you an early peek. They did fantastic work bringing it to the Switch, and the motion controls are actually a lot of fun. So I don't think that $29.99 is the best price for Wolfenstein as a whole, but it on Switch, 50% off, pretty darn solid. The Messenger, it's not my favorite indie game, but it does have some pretty cool elements, and the gameplay is sound, so that's a $6 savings there. I love Inside. Again, it's been cheaper in other platforms, but if you want to pick it up specifically on Switch, there you go. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy will be $25 in a lot of stores this Black Friday, so $25.99 digitally is actually really good. You're paying a dollar premium to not have to deal with shipping and not have to deal with stores instantly on your Switch. I like that a lot. As we move through the list, we see SteamWorld Heist seeing a $10 cut on Switch. That's pretty cool. It's cheaper on 3DS, but it's better on Switch. Enter the Gungeon is one of my favorite sales. It is 50% off over here, and the game is absolutely fantastic. Another one of my absolute favorite Nintendo Switch games. It is a roguelite bullet fest, and it is so much fun. It's surprisingly challenging, so be prepared for that. But if you are, it will provide hours and hours of gameplay. They have added a lot of content. They're planning one more update, and it is just a blast. I love the way that the bullets are the enemies and the bullets are what you're using. The guns are ridiculously creative, and there's just a whole lot of charm and a whole lot of incentive to keep playing through. Darkest Dungeon sees a $6 discount, a little bit more than that. It's a very good game. It's been cheaper on other platforms, and you may prefer it on Steam if you want to play Darkest Dungeon. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Gabe loves this game. $25.99. It will be a little cheaper in stores if you want to pick it up there, but if you want to have all those Street Fighter games on your Switch, not too shabby. I love Little Nightmares Complete Edition for $14.99. That's half off the normal price on Switch, and it is a phenomenal game. It is very, very atmospheric. There's a lot of creep there, and there's some pretty cool gameplay as you try to avoid these Muppets Gone Wrong boss-type villains that haunt the floors of this massive ship. They're not direct battles in the terms of a Zelda fight or really any fight. It's more about escaping them and avoiding, but I think it creates really, really awesome moments that you will not soon forget. Valkyria Chronicles 4 is half off on the eShop, and it's a pretty new game, so if you're into that franchise and into that series, that might be a good one to grab. I'm going to pass on it just because I haven't liked how the Valkyria Chronicles franchise has progressed. I think the first game was the pinnacle, and it's gone down from there, but I know a lot of people did enjoy the recent entry, and if you have the patience for the story, Gabe did say the gameplay was really cool. As we move down, Goner for $5. It's a great grab. It's not going to provide dozens of hours of gameplay, but it's a super fun time for $5, and you'll definitely get your money's worth. There's the Treasure Trove from Shovel Knight for $5 off at $19.99. As we continue to move through, Thumper is an interesting experience for $9.99. I don't know that it's better than anything we've mentioned thus far, but if you're looking for something different, or you've already played the big hitters that we've discussed, $10 is pretty cool for Thumper. It's very intense. It will require extreme focus. It may even mess with your mind a little just because you get so in depth into this world. It's a rhythmic racer, I would say, but much more on the rhythmic side, and you are trying to match the beat and make sure you are perfect as you go through these very, I don't know, creepy is not the right word, but very intense levels. Let's continue along. Towerfall, a phenomenal game. One of my favorite multiplayer experiences on any platform. It recently came out on Switch. $15.99 is not a crazy sale, but hey, from $19, not too bad. If you're going to grab it, it's an amazing title for the holidays and one that I will want to have on my Switch. I'm picking it up at that price. Down here, we have Shantae for a little bit of a discount and Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which Gabe really liked. And at $6.99, it's probably worth the pickup. It's going to give you a couple hours of gameplay, tried and true, very old school, so note that, but a precursor to the full-on Bloodstain that will be coming sometime next year. So those are all the sales we've got going on. All right, I've switched the page to only Switch games, and I'm going to give you my top 5 picks out of this really awesome eShop sale. Number 1 is going to be Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze over here for $41.99. It is a first-party title, seeing a pretty hefty discount, and even though it's a port, a lot of players missed out on it on Wii U. It is a must-play platformer, has a ton of charm, and it's only a smidge more expensive than the best in-store sales, so I would grab that for sure. As we move down, Snipper Clips cut it out together. 50% off. This game is fantastic. It's an OG launch title, but if you're just getting a Switch, it has been a bit buried by all the releases, literally 1,000 of them since the Switch came out. So don't sleep on Snipperclips. It'll be so much fun for the holidays, you, your friends, and your family. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle Gold Edition is my third pick. $31.99 is a really great price to get all the content and all on your Switch. It's $20 in stores, as I mentioned, but if you don't want to deal with that, boom, here's a way to get the DK pack and the original game for just a little bit more. Moving along, we've got Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I think these games hold up super well. They were so much fun when they initially released on other platforms, and Switch may be the best place to play because the portability enhances the experience. $25.99 is only $1 more than you'll pay in stores. You get it on your Switch. I think that is a super great deal. And then I gotta give you Enter the Gungeon at $7.49, 50% off for one of the best indies on the platform. A challenging, deep, and a very replayable experience. You'll have a lot of fun with that as the winter sets in. Those are my top picks. What are you going to be picking up? And are you happy, surprised, / proud that Nintendo did such a good job with the eShop sale this Black Friday? I'm genuinely impressed, and I want to know your take in the comments down below, and what, if anything, you'll be picking up. Maybe something you missed, maybe something that's snuck under the radar, maybe something you couldn't afford previously now is at the perfect price point. Let us know and help each other out in the comments down below with what you think the best deals are here. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch, its sales, and its games. We've got you covered here at Switch Force, the best place for Switch players and Switch fans. Until next time, everyone, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, a fantastic weekend. Be safe out there shopping, grab some good Switch deals, and until next time, Switch Force out.